The entire map pool, right? Yes, we can take the interview with a pinch of salt. Really, I want to see G2 continue from what we saw in Ascent, right? Which is that controlling play style. I do actually just want to note as well that Giuliano back on the Raze with the Astra being the main reason I'd say we don't see the Viper here, because the set play possibility is just so much better in my opinion in terms of the pace he hits.
That was such a nice start from Victoria there as well, just handing out the dink towards Giuliano, taking her down to a nice low amount of HP, but as we can see, it's kind of been instantly replied with. Now, the site control is theirs. They need to ferry that spike out from Showers and get it down towards the site, but an initial stack from Guild over towards the B site. And there's the plant that we were waiting for. A little bit of utility for the post, and Guild on the retake.
Flash will confirm presence at backside already. Shock darts to deal with, paint shells, boombot, lots of tools still available for Guild after that stack, as you already noted. So straight away.
Trying to buy time.
Yeah, TP come through here. So much utility though.
It's just smothered across the map. So Mafet's going to at least get the paint shell back towards Giuliano, so it's not without a fight at the moment. And actually, Guild are doing well to clean this one up. The time is going to be a factor, and Zaz is just going to try and get in there, deny the defuse. And actually, it's the second player, it's Glance, making their appearance, keeping it in clutch. I'm going to convert the first.
Something work. Classic. We'll stack towards long here and be able to get the orb. Do a little slow pass fountain, can't prevent that from happening, but again, we'll have a massive numbers advantage here if they do decide to push in. Actually, Cinnamon a little bit further away from that wall than that was a safe passage, but actually, yeah, second player will be noted. Giuliano, bit of a drive-by, and here to greet the TP rotation. Actually comes through with a trade, but with site control heavily under G2, and it'll be difficult to make something work here with both players being noted now.
Yeah, very, very difficult. But again, you can see that slow creep from Zaz as well, trying to get a little bit closer on this, and even if they make it out of the window in time, there's still going to be a problem on the other side. You can see the utility, you can see Tommy, you can see everyone peeking together. G2 with a strong start now, second round.
Some very, very early progress towards that ultimate, which could be pretty pivotal in this round. A massive tool to try and convert this bonus here, which they did have 4 Spectres to carry into.
Take flight.
See how Guild decide to play this one. Don't really want to give away the first blood, but that will be 2 players noted actually on the back of the Trailblazer and the Aldrone spotting out Smurfette on the Raze.
Trade of information. But again, they've closed the gap, which is the dangerous part. Giuliano's got to the back of the site and somehow been somewhat unnoted. Cinnamon needs this. But now surrounded, got Petra as a problem and just swung on Petra, just making it look too comfortable with the Spectre almost, as Victoria and Kim now having to face off against a rifle in Giuliano's hands, but that's quickly removed. They look towards long, but it's Petra to succeed again. Kim now left in a 1v2. Gonna find the first, but the second has no idea where Petra was. And peekaboo up and over the side. Rifle gonna be...
These first couple of buy rounds from Guild is almost gonna lean them to play a little more defensively. As I say that, actually, this is the one they'd have to get a little curious and short. Victoria's down to literally 1 HP.
Still trying to do damage, still trying to do something. I respect the grit to it, just to put yourself out there, and you can see the push-up. Maybe the right round to try it. You have Spectres and odds and ends. You got to try and close that gap, do something. But after that first bit of initial aggressive contact, they seem very aware of the possibility and catch it well, leaving just 2 alive. Victoria and Roxy sitting towards TP. And the spike's over towards A now.
It's going to be difficult. Victoria's HP level, Roxy tagged up as well and only has the Spectre to work with. Really think there's a viable chance for them to do much damage on the way back in here. Audio cue going to be relayed. You can see Giuliano now. Bring from Pipes comes through. It will be a flawless round 4 from G2.
That 0-4 scoreline is not feeling great. You know their money's going to start to swell at this point. It's going to start feeling harder to get across the line on, but an instantaneous look towards B with 3 on the other side. Early exploration towards Showers coming out from Smurfette. And Mimi working on up. Actually getting ahead of this. as Kim now seems very cognizant of the fact, but two slipping through early on. Petra gonna find Victoria. I really thought there'd be more resistance to this, but Cinnamon called upon and can't get it done. Too many players facing, and now you can see the utility poured on in. Giuliano closing the gap as well. Everyone's there. That's just smothering Guild. This, again, death ball up long just looked so well constructed, but now Roxy and Smurfette got to do some damage here on the way back in.
And with that operator, makes it very difficult. We're looking towards Roxy to find something to open up this retake. Actually, the showstopper going to be invested here. Lockdown to potentially counter that or run the clock down. And nothing found for the first. Mimi going to clean things up. G2 post that.
It has to be integral, and this is going to be a bit of a shaky buy coming out from Guild, so again, to be able to try and best them consistently is very difficult, and I've never seen so much confidence in each other to always be able to pull through. Whenever you interview or talk to G2, you'll hear, I'm sure, after this game, if they do close out with a win. But Guild, there's been something to this roster. There's been a couple of these players who started to find a bit of form, but they need that now. They need it all to line up. I don't just want one of them, I want 2, 3, 4, all of them to find a bit of form here. So you're gonna need it now. Not necessarily in this round, but the ones to follow. Already gonna be forced to recede back. Allow that spike to get brought on through. A bit of utility here and there, and Giuliano already on notice, and you're right, the damage is huge. Kim down low, and actually Smurfette as well, but the damage, good response from Guild. Chipping on back in and trying to predict Zaz's position, but Cinnamon might turn away at the wrong time. Victoria couldn't make the call in time, and Zaz reigning supreme at the end. 3 big kills. And G2...
That's popped immediately on short. Yeah, well, so... The Guild lean away from this at all. You can see Roxy just playing in spawn. There's access to both defaults really on the back of that Hunter's Fury. He'll try and explore long a little bit. Cinnamon not noticed on the recon either, but the flash will... Oh, G2 are literally just gonna... They're gonna challenge the backside of the Vipers bit.
Oh, and Zaz just demolishing Kim as well. And yes, you do have that kind of short side of A being cut off, but the rest of the side's now open. Flash gonna at least allow them to know that Roxy is just around this corner. Zaz doesn't care. You can see it now starting to begin. This is where it gets scary when you're gonna start finding these players, because Roxy is dead and buried. Zaz just outlining them in chalk here. And this is where the dominance starts to show. The Seekers come on and the shutdown begins, and it's gonna be Smurfette to try and do anything with this, but honestly, you're locked out. You can't even step through towards CT. Zaz one sick, can't get it though. Smurfette's still standing. But 2 more to clear.
5 HP, no shield on the way back in. Time ticking away, so gotta go fast here. And, yeah, glance ready and waiting.
You could see someone like Roxy getting there in time to maybe hold that CT push. It could have been a whole different look, but now you can see what remains. The crumbled ruins of an economy, and already feeling out that stack. But there is a player waiting in that corner. It's gonna be Roxy. Shotgun locked and loaded.
Started to get scrappy.
Yeah.
But again, G2 should read into this. Lesser purchase. Consider all the possibilities. Unfortunately, shotgun control in Hooker, always one of them on bind.
Victoria.
1 HP.
Has to fall away. It can't be expected to keep standing on this. You're praying that they'd go through Hookah, right? You are hoping so much. But at this point, you can see the intention from G2. It's towards long. Keep those rifles at the right range. Victoria forced again, fall back further. More pressure towards Cinnamon now.
Roxy drifts out of Hooker a little bit. Which kind of makes that Bucky even harder to make use of. G2 going to consider this rotation, but
nice.
Kim...
Great catch.
Actually, yeah, catches on the other side of the TP.
They're still outgunned here, so they have to see if they can make these work in suboptimal positions. That's not bad from Cinnamon, still chipping away. Maybe that Bucky has some life in it yet, I don't know. Roxy, this is going to be a big round for you to find impact with this. If you can, maybe there's something to be had here. Ult now being popped, Mimi does find Smurfette. Where can they find this little bit of a difference? Not there. Petra's found Roxy, Mimi finds Kim. And Guild are looking out of options.
It doesn't make any difference to G2. They can literally just stack up, play trades. They can have these scrappy rounds as long as they keep winning them. Really, it just punishes Guild more so.
Yeah. That's a big win, actually. Zaz caught on the other side of the map, trying to lurk through towards Shower, but you can see Giuliano is just about dodging that, but trying to make progress through Hooker, and there's 3 players behind this. That's a shot for
nice
Roxy. On a plate there. Scalp removed, and the double stack towards Long still holding too. So this is actually a really good shot for Gil to get one on the board. 3 for G2 now, looking for that opportunity.
So when they've got to close this one out as clean as possible. A nice little double face there as well. Kim will find Petra. Another big win for Guild. Me and Glance now trying to wrap behind this double stack along. Cinnamon actually sharp with a turn. Last one standing.
Very nice.
That's the first one, but again,
I feel as though it's going to be met by fire. You can see the players on the other side, Giuliano off to the start. The flash to kind of set into motion. Going to give them Shower's control. They know that Roxy was close by. Going to remove that factor, but Kim with a quick rotation. Going to at least catch off Glance, but the trade out does come in. Giuliano punishing Roxy, so they're a little tucked in the corner. They might just post this. Yeah, into the corner. Giuliano actually gets Kim with that, but they didn't expect Cinnamon on the TP as well. Smurfette in reply. Leaves just 2 alive again, and maybe there's still life in Guild yet. Mimi with a quick push-up. I don't know if that's going to be heard. Excuse me, Petra's already pushed CT.
and the other thing is now Mimi actually has the lockdown.
Oh my god, I didn't
A
see that.
huge tool.
And so much utility.
Yeah.
Post plant? Oh, you're right, and the lockdown. Trying to just buy that time as late as possible. There it is. Ult comes in. Preemptive nade to the corner, but Mimi's not that fast. Flash is there. Spots one. They're going to try and push this 2 seconds. They've got to go now, and Mimi says no. A swift backhand, and oh
no.
god, the player detained too. Oh, I thought they had something there.
Feels like coming into round 12, they're not going to have an awful lot to lean back on. And ultimates-wise, it's the Cosmic Divide. Roxy 3 away from the Hunter's Fury. There's just not enough available here for me to feel really confident. Guild have got a good shot at round 12 if they lose this one. Again, 2 players going to be noted here with the Trailblazer and Kim getting tagged
Look at
on
the
the
progress
outro.
from Hookah. It's so quick. Cinnamon knows it now, but they're tucked in the corner. Cinnamon, great play out from the corner. Cinnamon! Insanity shown, finding 2 from that position. 0 right to do so, and the cavalry have arrived. Zaz now left on an island. 34 HP, but Cinnamon, perfect play. I thought that timing kind of Hookah was going to be everything for G2, but actually Cinnamon somehow back to the wall deals with it. Now Zaz, the undesirable situation to be in, avoids the flash, but you got so much work in front of you with so little HP to do it. Flash back up in 3.
I got this spike.
Spike now to hand, but no shot at this. Cinnamon closes it down. What?
For Killjoy to be popping off.
There's that TP again. It worked quite well before. Seeker's going to make this trickier, and actually Glance being the problem, but it's an effective trade for Guild. They make that crunch work and put someone like Giuliano in a bad position, but we saw what Cinnamon could do. I wonder if Giuliano can do it. No. Roxy shuts that down before it really starts, but again, they've made a mad dash for it. It's the same duo, Mimi and Petra, but this time no ult to be played with.
So yeah, actually, if
What do they do with this?
Mimi opts to play this aggressively, you're going to hear the first TP, the second TP, and the owl drone come through. So now actually all 3 players should be noted on the side of Guild here.
Ooh. Now this could be huge. Roxy needs this to land, and actually Petra dodging. Mimi's going to cop a fair crack of damage off that. They've got to know this. They've got to know where they are. They've got to deal with one of the 2. Where's the consideration? No, they just about get it done. Oh, it got so sketchy towards the end.
They had a nice crossfire set up there. I think actually the fact that Guild even hesitate on the way in is what almost savored.
It does. Damn, that was so sketchy at the end. And now we go again on the second half, 9-3. G2 are in the lead, but it can be closed. How many times have we seen it? But this, if G2 get across the line here, oh no, Smurfette 13 HP, will be a done deal. Now, as much as they've won the fight on the site, you can see the rest of the map is slowly being painted in those G2 colors. Mimi already gonna find Roxy. Now they have to clear towards Lamps, but Mimi fights
Mimi with a classic, man. Honestly.
Yeah, just don't bother. And there's that 3-play stack. Gonna surprise Victoria, I'm sure, but
What?
still comes out with 2. What on earth is going on? And Cinnamon is down, and you're right. Mimi with the pistol is just undefeated.
And this is the problem here. I mean, yes, playing the Viper or the double controller. Really, yeah, behind some of these sight hits, you can leave either an Astra or a Viper in that very, very deep lurk. It's interesting to see G2 already show they're looking to exploit that weaker part of this composition.
Patience being shown on the attack. You can see Guild just trying to evaluate everything on this. See Mimi just lingering behind that utility, and there's a whole lot of it. Vance waiting for any effective trap towards that push up on short. Smurfette waiting to see if anyone dares push down that play out of hookah, but this is so on a knife's edge right now. You can see the tension just building. Guild are leaning towards that A site hit, and this short crunch could be one of the biggest, scariest factors. It's going to be Smurfette caught in the trap and taken down. Mimi's going to punish, but they know the position. Glance still gets away with 1. I don't know how, and Mimi still standing towards Lamps, trying to find some more damage, but seriously culling the numbers from Guild, leaving them down to 2, and Zaz going to punish the cross. Oh, reads him like a book.
And that's early on with the ultimate.
Big exchange of flashes at the start. Utility just being lobbed down. Giuliano down at 29 HP. And actually, Kim with the punish towards Petra. This is the bonus, so it should... Well, I say bonus. I mean, you've got Guild trying to put everything they can into this purchase. Gonna leap on down. Do well at this point. They need this to be clean. They really need a win, and they need a clean one at this point.
Spike planted.
If Mimi can find any damage, actually Glance as well. Very close by. It'd be huge if they can find a couple more kills here. Actually, Roxy's going to send a shock die and do a little bit of damage, but a constellation, and Mimi will fall. On top of that, draw out, lockdown, prevent any further ultimate progress as well. Giuliano just desperately trying to swing behind that boom bar. Hattie will trade out with the paint shell.
And there's 2 on either side. Zaz going to get ahead of it, but lose out to Kim here. And now Petra called upon and actually delivers by all accounts. Somehow. Still looking like going to be a nuisance. Going to slip away towards long, make this cross even trickier for Guild. The 2 players, you've got Cinnamon with that Bulldog, Spectre with Victoria, and they want to deal with Petra as quickly as possible, but she's going to make this tricky. Tries to fall away in time, trying, give them chase, allow time for rotations, and Petra's still rifled up. Ready to go if needed, but now they've fallen away from the site. Seeker's not quite online for Cinnamon either, and they're left in a bad spot now.
Heal up, squad.
Spectre and a Bulldog to work with. In this scenario, yeah, even if things go wrong, there is still a lockdown available. Just retake Glance with a frenzy still trying to make things work. Will catch a headshot.
And Petra can be such a problem.
Oh my word.
Tease up Glance. There's the swing with the deep breaths. All we go in. Seekers right off the rip. Guild want this one underway as best they can, as quick as possible, but it's Cinnamon with the spike all alone, left to showers, and the dive-in comes in from the race. Smurfette does well to find Zaz. Victoria, in the meantime, did catch off Petra, so it's not without validity, but look at where that spike is left. They have to retake towards showers, clearing it out with just the showstopper, trying to do everything possible, but around that corner is still Giuliano. Has to dip away, has to respect the amount of utility, and stays alive. Mimi gonna spot them all out. There's the lockdown coming in. It's all being poured through to this round. And Glance still going to punish. This is it. This is everything they needed.
So
what can they do with this?
Chance here for Giuliano to backstab showers as well.
But the TP, you can see the consideration. There's the punish on Victoria, but there's no spike to be found, and it's all on Roxy. The young gun who thought the teabag was the right option now has to do the dance. All down to this one away from the ult as well. Maybe something, but you still have to clear that corner as Giuliano waiting with bated breath on the other side. Look at it. There's the shot. There's the kill. And there